by the fury of Lewis's attack.
What's happening, my people? It's Cast Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT. Ray Patterson, straight out of New Jersey. What's up, RP? Mike Mazik. Define Arnie 1. Appreciate your input yesterday on the panel. Define Arnie 1. Fire panel. Appreciate you. Crush the legend. Hashtag TWT. The winning team. D Free. Hashtag TWT DC. Another member of the winning team. Let's talk fashion. Hashtag JBT. Salute to everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cast Sports, The Box Historian. Today, great boxing rematches. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's The Box Historian, bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone? It's the Tuesday afternoon edition of Cat Sports the Box Story. Still early in this big week of boxing history. Man, that was a fire show yesterday. Wow. And then that panel put the exclamation point on it, man. I done looked at that thing about 10 times, that panel discussion. That was fire. But, Georgia Real Hattie, GP Gregory Pratt, Thomas Hill, Define Arnie 1. Man, that thing was fire. But how's everybody today? We're going to talk about rematches today. Some big famous rematches. You know how you had that first fight and then you get that second one and just make the first one look like it wasn't nothing, man. We're going to talk about some big rematches today. There's one on the screen right there. Bo and Holyfield. They had a trilogy, but you know, the second one was the Fan Man fight, remember? Bo was cruising along to the win and then some guy just parachuted right into the ring. Or whatever he was on, I don't know what it was. I know he landed in the ring, and he got the worst beating of all. The Fan Man did. But we're going to talk about that one. And that's what makes that such a good one, the Fan Man incident. And, of course, Holyfield and Tyson, the bite fight. You know, that was weird, man. Mike not only bit him, he bit part of his ear off, man. And what was so weird about it, he was standing there chewing, and Holyfield standing there letting him chew on his ear, man. What was wrong with him? But then they made some money. Then they had some air bites or something they got together and it was marketing. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to talk about some great rematches today. How's everybody? It's still early in the week. Coming off the weekend. Still early in the JBT day too, you know. We done had some good acts already. We done had Crush the Legend at 6. That's a joint TWT JBT operation there, so you know that's fire. Yeah. And then J Hardcore opened the Hangout up at 8, and we hung in there. Well, I didn't make it today. I was kind of busy. But the Hangout was open. No, it was fun. Then Cat Sports the Box Story in at 2, bringing you all of that boxing history. Just Do Boxing coming up at 4. Then we got BBO Boxing TV at 8. He's Monday through Friday now. No more Friday night hangout. But yeah, that's fire. BBO in the gang. He's got D Free over there with him. Prize Fighter. Crush the Legend. So yeah, that's always a good 8 p.m. Then the Rise podcast shuts it down at 9 p.m. So all that's coming up. Still coming up today. Early in the day. And yeah, we Let's Talk Fashion got a good one tomorrow. I'm going to let him tell you about it about 3:45 or something like that if he's still in here. Happy birthday to his daughter, turned 6 today. He said he might not be here. He gave us a little brief preview of tomorrow yesterday, but he's in here. But happy birthday to Let's Talk Fashion's daughter, 6 years old. Wow. That's the age when they think they're supposed to get everything. You know, they don't have no concept of money and whatever they want, you know, you're supposed to go out there and get it. Costs $1 million. Go out there and get it, Dad. You know. Yeah, I got 2 of them. Well, mine is like 29 and 30 now. But they were 6 once. So I know. But salute, Let's Talk Fashion. Good to see you today. Hopefully we can get that preview at about 3:45, you know. Yeah. Today. I'm going to do something special next Monday. Now, I said it was going to be Smoking Joe Frazier, but I got an idea last night. I'm going to do an active fighter. Bud Crawford versus the Legends on Fantasy Matches Monday next week. We're going to put Bud on the hot seat against like 10 to 15 legends from different eras. An active fighter turns Bud Crawford next Monday on Fantasy Matches Monday. So make sure you don't miss that one. And let's look. The rest of this week, today is the, what is today? Oh, there it is. Great. What does that say? No, I'm just messing with y'all. Great rematches, right? Great boxing rematches. And then tomorrow, we're going to talk about stamina tomorrow, you know. Does stamina come naturally? I mean, or can you develop stamina, right? We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And then we're going to look at some of the boxers that had the best gas tanks in history. And some boxers that had the worst gas tanks in history. Okay, tomorrow, Thursday, boxing in the States with Mississippi. Yeah, we're gonna look at a little boxing history in Mississippi and some other significant events that occurred concerning the sport in Mississippi, like some famous fights that was there, and some famous venues down in Mississippi. And Henry Armstrong from Mississippi. Yeah. Mr. Champion in 3 weight classes simultaneously himself from Mississippi, yeah. Archie Moore, I think, and Archie from Mississippi, yeah. Henry Armstrong, Archie Moore, yeah, some big ones from Mississippi. I think Sonny, or was it Georgia? Sonny Liston was from down there somewhere before he moved to Missouri. I don't think it was Mississippi. Might have been Alabama somewhere, Georgia. But yeah, I know Henry Armstrong, Archie Moore, yeah. Melanin Queen 27 is here. Salute, Melanin Queen. How's your day going today, Queen? Good to see you. Always happy when Melanin Queen get in here. But she's gonna keep us, let us know everything that's going on in this JBT. We got another raffle too. 50-50. Whatever we take in, the winner gets half of it, right? Drawn 4 days before Christmas, the same day of the big heavyweight rematch between Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. I got Fury this time. Who y'all got this time? I think they're setting up a trilogy. You know how boxing is. They're gonna clean up, man. They're gonna have that third fight around springtime next 2025, yeah. But I got Fury on this one. Because he wasn't doing bad starting the last one, but I don't know why he was in there playing with his hands down around his waist and stuff, man. And Usyk wasn't playing. Usyk kept on edging in closer and closer, and then he got inside and started teeing off on Fury, man. Almost stopped him. The referee saved Fury from getting stopped. But I got Fury on a decision this time. Yeah. And then they got to have a trilogy. Can't leave that big. Well, it's not undisputed anymore because they strip Usyk, right? Triple D, Daniel got the that's what him and AJ was fighting for. He got the IBF now, but yeah, still for 3 belts, unified. Mike Graham, what's up, Mike? Good afternoon, Mike. How are you today? We just gonna talk about some rematches today. That's all. And yeah. I can't get over that show yesterday though. I haven't had a panel like that in a while, man. Yeah, it was fire. Didn't want to end, but just do come on at 4, and ain't nobody gonna be in here no way at 4, so might as well ended it. But that panel was fire, man. Wow, we was going at it up there, man. Yeah, boxing talk. Yeah, we had some fire, knowledgeable boxing people up there too. Yeah. Define Arnie1 made his first appearance on the Cast Sports panel yesterday. Had some good input. He's said he was a diehard Andre Ward fan, but he was kind of, between Roy and Andre. He was a diehard Andre fan, but he liked Roy too. So, yeah, I believe he picked Roy in that one, though. I had Roy against Andre because, Andre, like we were saying, Roy would have probably frustrated Andre because Andre was just technical, man, straight up and down fighter. Like I said during the show, watching Andre Ward fight is like watching a video on how to box, man, because that guy was fundamentally sound, man. You wasn't gonna beat Andre because he made a mistake. No way. And he had Virgil Hill over there. Was it Virgil Hunter or Virgil Hill? I can't remember. One of them was like his godfather, man, and he listened to him religiously, right? They had a special connection, like Thomas Hill said, and Andre just had it going on, man. Had a good team around him. Technically sound boxer, fundamentally sound, man. Like I said, you wasn't gonna beat Andre because of no mistake. But Roy would have frustrated him, with all that athleticism and all the things he could do, and the other boxers couldn't make him pay for it because he was so athletic, fast, man, But yeah, next Monday gonna be Bud Crawford versus the legend. So be here for that. But today is some great boxing rematches. And Friday, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Jay Hardcore told me that's a real fight. going on their box record and everything. I thought it was just an exhibition like Floyd and Logan Paul was, but no. Man, Mike is 58 years old, right? I know he's past 55. He's up there, and Jake is what, 27? I don't see how it's Mike Tyson, but I don't see how he wins, man. I just don't see it. Now Mike 27 and Jake 27, he might kill Jake in there, but Mike is 58, man, and this Jake Paul got better too. Yeah. Jake can box. I think he can beat Mike Tyson. Maybe I'm wrong, but if it's real and they go at it, a real boxing match, I got Jake Paul in that one, man. I got Jake Paul. If I could borrow that last dollar from Jay Hardcore and bet it, I would put it on Jake. What y'all think? In a real fight, can Mike Tyson win that one? I don't think so, man. I'm just keeping it 100. Yeah, I don't think so. But hey, it's boxing. Jake is Mike Grimm says Jake is not that good of a fighter. That's okay. Mike Grimm got Mike. Mike got Mike. Okay, Mike. I got Jake, man. If it's real. Now, Jay Hardcore said it was. I don't believe it, man. I think this thing is already set up. No knockout clause in effect, all that, man. You ain't gonna have no 58-year-old man against no 27-year-old man in no real fight, man. No way. They down in Florida earlier this year, was it late last year? They had this 58-year-old guy against this. I think the kid was 21 and knocked him out in the first round. He got licensed, sanctioned, and everything. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this Amanda and Katie. Now this one is 10 rounds, 2 minutes. And remember, Amanda had said she wasn't fighting anymore. 10 rounds, 2 minutes. She even dropped the WBC belt because Mauricio wouldn't sanction it. Remember, the other three were WBA, IBF, and WBO was sanctioning it, but the WBC wouldn't. And that's why she dropped their belt. But this one Friday is 10 rounds, 2 minutes. I wonder why. Because her and I think, how many did she have? 1 or 2? But anyway, she looked good. She had the stamina and the skills to look good fighting 12 rounds. And the other lady did too. So I don't understand it. What's the reasoning for giving the women 10 rounds, 2 minutes? Because that first fight, from what I saw, if it was 3 minutes, I think Katie Taylor would have got stopped. Amanda had on the ropes a couple of them rounds in the last fight, man. And yeah, I think she would have stopped her. So maybe it was Katie that was adamant about the 10 rounds, 2 minutes, because I remember Amanda saying she wasn't fighting anymore 10 round, 2 minute championship fights. But Katie knows she was almost stopped in that last one. Okay, let's talk fast. It says Mike only know one way. Crazy. And he said you don't say no to being on the card with Mike Tyson. Come on, Cass. No, right. But I'm saying, Remo, is it real? Jay Hardcore said it's a real fight. I cannot believe that, man. I think this thing is set up. No knockout clauses is in effect, all that, man. Just like Floyd and Logan Paul. This thing ain't real, man. It's going to be a draw, and that's going to be it. I can't believe it. But who you got, Remo? Let's talk fast. You got Mike winning it? I got, if it's really a real fight, going all out, Jake Paul wins this, man. What is Mike gonna do? He's 58 years old, man. He ain't knocking nobody out. No, he's 58 years old, man. It's not, and Mike Tyson, the baddest man on the planet. That's not him. I'm sorry, that is not him. Okay? This is a 58-year-old man. That's who this is. Okay? I just don't think this is a real fight. Foreman did it. Yeah. Foreman was 45, though. And that's a good point, Mike. That is a good point. Foreman did it at 45. Yeah. That is a good point. They say the power is the last thing that goes, but I think it's gone by 58. But I don't know, man. You never know. Mike made a good point. Foreman did it. I ain't got no comeback for that, Mike. You right. Foreman did it. Yeah, you got me on that one. And B-Hop was 52 still in there, so hey. So I don't know. It's on Netflix. That's the entertainment network, though. Netflix is the entertainment network. But I don't know. We'll see. But the good thing about it, it's Friday. Let's Talk Fashion says, I think it has a stipulation of entertainment to it. Mike Tyson gets hit and it's too hard. He gonna rip that script up and try to hurt Jake. But can he hurt him? Let's Talk Fashion. Jake is 27 years old. That's a big dude too, man. And Mike, he's got better. Okay, he's got better. He can't help but get better. He got that experience, man. I don't think he's gonna knock Mike out. Nah. But I don't know. We'll see though. I'm watching it. I wasn't gonna watch it at first, but then Jay Hardcore told me it was real. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. But we are approaching 2:30. We're gonna get started on the rematches. I got a couple questions too. In combat sports, does winning the rematch erase the loss in the fighter's mind? We're gonna talk about that. And then another two questions. Next question is, how do fighters typically prepare mentally for a rematch after a loss, right? We're gonna answer those two questions, and then we're gonna talk about some of these fights. Yeah. But how's everybody? It's Tuesday, right? It is Tuesday. It might be like Thursday the way this time going by. This is November. It's Thanksgiving next week, right? Today is the 12th night. Yeah, I believe it is. Okay. BN Boxing News in the building. What's up, BN Boxing News? Talking rematches today, BN. BN, what you think about that Mike and Jake Paul, man? Do you think that's real? Jay said it was real. I don't believe that, man. I think it's a setup. No knockout clause, all that, man. If it's real, I got Jake knocking him out if it's real. Let's Talk Fashion and said, oh, Lord, that's much. I hope I ain't blocked nobody. Damn. Let's Talk Fashion says, Jake Paul fought one pro boxer and lost to Fury's brother. But Remo, he wasn't no 58 years old, though. He was in his 20s, right? He wasn't 58 years old. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it is fake and it being boxing news. Yeah, that ain't no real fight. There's no knockout clauses in effect and everything, man. Yeah. I don't even know if Mike can still get licensed to fight no damn body, man. Remember Evander Holyfield got in there against that MMA guy in his 50s, and see what happened to him? He got knocked through the ropes in the very first round, man. Mike should fight Roy Jones again or Evander. Leave them young kids alone, man. Yeah, this ain't real, though. But it's good entertainment. They're going to make some money, Like I say, it's on Netflix, right? That's the entertainment network. Yeah, but he was in his 20s. Jake is not a boxer. Any real boxer in his 20s is going to beat Jake, but I'm talking about this 58-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just, the man been training. Jake been training, and any 20-something-year-old guy training, ain't no 58-year-old man going to get in there and beat him. It just ain't happening if it's real. And they both going all out. Mike gas tank probably give up on him after the first round, man. He's going to be in there huffing and puffing. 8 rounds. He can't go all out for no 8 rounds. What you think, AB? Salute, Al Booker. Is this fight real between Jake and Mike Friday? Mike can't go no 8 rounds, full speed, regular fight no more, man. No. Father time, okay? There's this guy named Father Time. He been tapped Mike on the shoulder years ago, man. Father Time hollered at Mike years ago, you know, like 10, 15 years ago. Father Time already hollered at Mike, man. But I don't know. But we're gonna see it, okay? But today we're gonna be talking about it's a good discussion though. Good discussion. Shannon Briggs. Is he still fighting Remo? Shannon Briggs? Hey, I don't blame these guys though, man. If you still getting in and people still paying to see you, get on in there. I don't blame Mike. He can get in there and make that bag. People out, it's paying to see it. Hey, you got that name, still got that brand. Get on in there and make that bag, man. You know, I ain't mad at him at all. I'm not mad at him at all, man. You know, I'm just saying if it's a real fight, he's not beating no 27-year-old kid, man. It ain't happening. You know, I know Father Time. He hit me about 20 years ago. I used to run a mile every day. Now I walk. I walk every day now. I can't run that mile no more because Father Time said, no, that's it. And he done knocked on Mike Tyson's door. Father Time gets everybody. He's undefeated, remember? Father Time is undefeated. But let's go with today's show. But that is a good topic of conversation. Might go in there and knock him out. I ain't coming on Monday. I'm going to take a week off. Because, man, I'm going to have to eat plenty of crow. Plenty of crow. I'm going to holler fake. Ken Saw Love 1 in the building. AB said he can't call it. He said, if it's real, I think Tyson knocks his ass out. Even at 58. What's wrong with y'all, man? This 58-year-old man is not knocking this 27-year-old kid out. That is not happening. If he does, Jake just got to stop playing boxing. Make that his last fight. If you go in there and get knocked out by this 50-year-old man, don't fight no MMA guys. Don't fight nobody else, Jake. Just give it up. Be a promoter. You know, because he ain't got no business getting back in the ring. Jarrell Hattie in the building. What's up, Jarrell? Let's get ready to talk about, but very good conversation. Very good. I'm going to watch it, though. Yeah. And then Saturday, we got the big one, the real one. We got a Riyadh season this week. Zerto Ramirez versus Chris Billiam Smith for the cruiserweight crown. That is a good card, man. Very good card. Is that the one Barrios is on? And Abel Ramos? Yeah. And who else is on there? It's Choo Choo. Is that the one? I'm not sure. I know Tevin Farmer and William Zepeda is on there, right? Yeah, that's a good card. Jose Ramirez and Arnold Barboza. I think that's the card, yeah. And it's another real good fight on there too. I can't remember what it was. Oscar Duarte and man, I think it's a guy. I think Just Do had this guy on his channel before that Oscar Duarte is fighting. I believe he did. I can't think of his name, but it's a real good card. That's Saturday, Riyadh season. So yeah, that's a real good. But let's go with today's show now. But yeah, what's wrong with y'all, man? Y'all picking this 58-year-old man. Like I said, if Mike knocks him out, there will be no Cash Sports next week. I ain't eating all that crow. Okay? I'll be back after Christmas. Now, like I said, okay, today is great rematches, right? Great boxing rematches. I keep forgetting the title. I gotta look at the screen. Great boxing rematches. I got this phone on never go out, and it keep going out. What was up with that? Okay. Now, okay. Like I said, I had two questions. Now, in combat sports, but then we were going to talk about some rematches, but first, in combat sports, does winning a rematch erase the loss in the fighter's mind? Right? I got some funny pictures that I made. Let me show I made them. Let's see. Now, winning a rematch in combat sports can have a significant psychological impact on a fighter, but it doesn't necessarily erase the previous loss in their mind. Here are some factors to consider. Okay. Number one, psychological reclamation, right? Now, a victory in a rematch can help a fighter regain confidence and affirm their skills, and it often serves as a way to reclaim their reputation and validate their abilities. Okay? Number two, learning experience. Now, many fighters view losses as learning opportunities. A rematch can allow them to apply lessons learned from the first fight, which may help them process their initial loss more constructively, right? Okay. Number three, mental framing. Now, some fighters may frame the rematch as a new challenge, focusing on the present rather than dwelling on past defeats. This can help mitigate the psychological burden of the previous loss, right? Okay, 4, emotional impact. Now, the emotional weight of a loss can linger, especially if it was a significant or controversial defeat. Now, rematch win may alleviate some of that pressure, but the emotional scars might still remain, right? Number 5, public perception. Public perception. Winning a rematch can change public perception and may help a fighter feel more validated in their career. But this external validation doesn't always translate to internal resolution. Now let's sum all that up with what we just talked about, okay? Then I got another question. In summary, while a rematch victory can provide closure and boost the fighter's confidence, it doesn't completely erase the memory or impact of the prior loss. Each fighter processes these experiences differently based on their personality, mindset, and the context of the fights, right? Now I got one more question, then we're going to get started with talk about some rematches, okay? Then we're going to talk about some rematches. You don't like my cartoons? Oh my God, what is going on? Man, now this has been working good all morning. Now I can't get it. Oh, here it comes. I get ready to get mad, man. Here it comes. Okay. Now, how do fighters typically prepare mentally for a rematch after a loss? Okay. How do fighters typically prepare mentally for a rematch after a loss? Something ain't right. So, let me try this again. Just got finished reading this. There we go. Now, fighters often employ various mental preparation techniques for a rematch after a loss. Now, here are some common strategies, okay? Number 1, reflexive analysis. Now, they analyze the previous fight to identify weaknesses, mistakes, and areas for improvement. This helps create a focused game plan. Okay? Okay, number 2. This is how fighters prepare mentally for a rematch after a loss, right? Fight that guy over again. Visualization. Many fighters use visualization techniques, imagining themselves succeeding in the rematch. This can enhance confidence and reduce anxiety. Positive affirmations. Fighters often use positive self-talk to reinforce belief in their abilities and to counter any negative thoughts stemming from the previous loss. All right, it's clobbering time. What's up? It's clobbering time. Salute. Like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Trying to pull up on his album, but salute, it's clobbering time. Okay. I like that name. It's clobbering time. Okay. But yeah, we just talking about how fighters prepare. We got talking about the rematches today. Right now, we just talking about how fighters prepare mentally for a rematch. Mental conditioning. Okay, number 4, mental conditioning. Now, some fighters work with sports psychologists or mental coaches to develop resilience, cope with pressure, and maintain focus during training and during the fight, right? Number 5, setting new goals. Establishing specific achievable goals for the rematch can help shift focus from past failures to future successes. Okay, just got a couple more, about 3 more, then we're going to get started. Okay. Okay. Number 6, building confidence. Establishing specific achievable goals for the rematch can help shift focus from past failures to future successes. I read that. Building confidence. Engaging in rigorous training and sparring can help build physical and mental confidence, reinforcing their belief in their preparation. Okay? Number 7, mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Okay? Mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Practices like meditation or yoga can help fighters manage stress and stay present, reducing anxiety about the upcoming rematch. And of course, support systems. That's important. Support systems. Support systems. Leaning on coaches, teammates, and family for encouragement and support can provide emotional stability and motivation. Okay? Sum that up. By employing these strategies, fighters aim to create a strong mental framework that prepares them not just to compete, but to excel in the rematch. Okay? Now let's go to these rematches now. Anybody coming? It's clobbering time was the last one in. Yeah, I like that name. It's clobbering time. Wow, 22 likes already. The record is 44, I believe. If I get 44, Jay Hardcore will hit the bag 200 times tomorrow, and Remo will hit it 200 for 400 total times on the bag. If I get 44 likes today. So look forward to that in the hangout tomorrow morning. Remo going to come all the way down from New York and hit the bag 400 times. So 22 more likes. Okay, let's get started on these rematches. Oh, Let's Talk Fashion is going to be fire tomorrow, though, all jokes aside. We're going to get a preview at 3:45. Around 3:30, 3:45, we're going to get a preview of tomorrow's Let's Talk Fashion. I ain't going to tell y'all about it. It's fire. Okay, I'm going to let him tell y'all. Okay? Okay, let's talk about these rematches. Some of the best rematches from the modern era. Now, boxing continues to churn out quality rivalries with rematches and rubber matches, and sometimes fourth meetings, frequently occurring during this modern era, right? We go back a ways from Pacquiao to Marquez, Fury Wilder. Here are some of the best rematch chapters over the sport's past 50 years, okay? The first one is James Toney versus Mike McCallum. Remember that one? Did y'all? James Toney on the left, McCallum on the right. Let me get my glasses out. All right. Appreciate you. It's Clobbering Time. I like that name, man. It's Clobbering Time. Boxing history. It's Clobbering Time. Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Boxing history. Talk all boxing history. Mondays, fantasy matchup Mondays. We take one fighter and go up against like 15 legends from different eras. Next Monday is Bud Crawford. First time I used the active fighter. I know I told y'all yesterday it was going to be Joe Frazier, but I changed it. Push Joe Frazier back a week. It's going to be Bud Crawford. Okay. And the Profile Friday is the real deal, Evander Holyfield. Life and career of Evander Holyfield Friday. Okay. James Toney versus Mike McCallum. Now, some of the fights on this list involve sluggers, but Toney and McCallum were two quality boxers when they faced off on the first two legs of their trilogy, right? They had a trilogy. Now, before moving up in weight, Toney defended his middleweight belt 7 times. McCallum was his toughest obstacle. After a 1991 draw, the 35-year-old Jamaican sought to become the oldest fighter at that time to hold a major belt, okay? Now, Toney, however, stopped him in their 1992 rematch. It took a taxing 12 rounds, filled with trademark McCallum body shots, to do so. Oh, excuse me for a minute. Give me for 1 minute. Miss Cass, hold on for a minute. Just give me 2 minutes. Did you hang up yet? Oh boy. That was social security, but they been messing my little welfare checkup, man. A little social security welfare checkup, man. Can't have that. I'm on a fixed income now. I'm a retired man. Okay, let's get back to it. I'll call him back. I called him at 8 o'clock this morning. Murphy's Law, they call right in the middle of the show. Ain't that something? Okay, but yeah, James Toney, Mike McCallum. Yeah, Toney stopped him. Took him till the 12th round to do it, right? And 2 judges oddly had Toney winning widely, right? Then they had the trilogy. He beat him again in 1997 at cruiserweight, right? They had moved up to cruiserweight. The James Toney, Mike McCallum, that was number 1. Okay. Next is Rocky Martinez, Orlando Salido. And that's Orlando on the left, Rocky on the right. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more in the building. I think I took my ink pen out there. Oh, there it is. Salute, Bruce Gas. We're talking about some trilogies today. Not trilogy, rematches today. Some of the great ones of all time. We just talked about James Toney and Mike McCallum. I know you remember that one. James Toney won the rematch, took him to the 12th round. But the judges had him, I thought it was a little too wide. He wasn't beating McCallum that bad. So it was a good fight, yeah. But Rocky Martinez versus Orlando Salido, okay? There they go. The Floyd Mayweather Jr. Andre Berto fight proved a predictable dud. But his top undercard fight delivered the expected action. Salido lost the decision to Martinez in April 2015 and outlanded his junior lightweight foe 285 to 189, almost 100 punches in the September rematch, right? However, the judges viewed this as a draw, adding yet another non-win to Salido's unique ledger. 44 wins, 14 losses, and 4 draws. Yeah, outlanded him 285 to 189, and the judges called it a draw, and that's something. But Salido remained a coveted commodity due to his style, right? The Mexican brawler managed to throw 1,037 punches that night. Martinez soon lost his 130-pound belt to Vasily Lomachenko right after that. Okay. Next, Michael Carvajal, Humberto Gonzalez. The little guys. I think this is like 105. Carvajal on the left, Gonzalez on the right. Yeah, straw weight or down in that area. Now, part of a groundbreaking trilogy for the flyweight. Flyweight by then, wow. Carvajal started all the way at strawweight. For the flyweight division, Carvajal Gonzalez, 2, made the former the first man under 128 pounds to make $1 million for a fight. Yep, Carvajal was the first fighter under 128 pounds to make $1 million bag. Now, he knocked Gonzalez out in Ring Magazine's 1993 Fight of the Year. In the February 1994 rematch was a rare light flyweight pay-per-view main event. Yeah, that was light flyweight. A 4-1 favorite and rare American flyweight success story. Yeah, you don't get too many Americans down that low. Rare American flyweight success story. Carvajal cut Gonzalez midway through the second fight, but could not hold off the 5'1" Mexican. Gonzalez took a split decision and prevailed later that year via majority decision. Both of these guys are in the Hall of Fame too. Yep. Yvonne Robinson, Arturo Gatti. That was a good one. Yvonne Robinson, Arturo Gatti. Okay. It's Clobbering Time says the last memorable rematch that he can remember and people said he should not fight again was Vasquez versus Marquez in 2007. I think I got that one. I got that one on here. It's Clobbering Time. Yeah, I got that. You talking about Rafael, right? The brother, not Manuel. You talking about Rafael Marquez, right? Yeah, that's on here. We're gonna cover that. Yeah. Then we got another hardcore in here. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, I got that one. Okay. Yvonne Robinson versus Arturo Gatti. Now, Robinson and Gatti fought twice in 1998, right? The explosive first matchup won Fight of the Year. In the third round of the December 1998 rematch, won Round of the Year, right? Both fights featured the frenetic action associated with the late Gatti, but Robinson won each via unanimous decision, right? Now he was in the rematch. Robinson he was taller than Gatti. He landed the preposterous 77 of 117 punches, not for the fight in round 7. 77 of 117 punches in round 7. Okay, but as a light puncher, he could not knock Gatti down, right? Now, the losses aside, Gatti remained an HBO staple well into the 2000s. Yeah. Yep. 117 punches in the 7th round, landed 77 of them, but he couldn't. He was a light puncher, and Gaddy was tough. You know, y'all know about Arturo Gaddy. That was a tough dude there, man. Yeah. Yeah, we got another one, Al Booker. They're gonna all find us eventually. It's gonna be like 200 in here one of these days. Mm-hmm. They coming. Okay, salute. It's clobbering time. Next is Ricardo Lopez and Rosendo Alvarez. Ricardo Lopez, y'all know about Ricardo. Ricardo, 51-0, never beaten. Not just as a professional, never ever beaten as an amateur or professional. Okay, he did have one draw, but he went back and revenged that. And this is the guy he had to draw against, Rosendo Alvarez. This is the second fight where he went back and avenged the draw. Mm-hmm. This is the only blemish on his record. Against this guy right here, Rosendo Alvarez. This is the second fight where Ricardo went back and avenged his draw. And I don't know what happened. Bear with me. And I'm going to throw this in the trash in a minute. Bear with me. Okay, yeah. And Ricardo missed being champion for an entire decade by a few months. He would have been him and Joe Louis, because he was champion at 105 from 91 all the way to 99. Around November, he vacated his belt and went up and won the belt at 108, but he was 105 almost the entire decade. Yep. But he felt, it was more important to go up and get another belt than, get some kind of champion for an entire decade. That wasn't important to him, But the man never experienced defeat, amateur or professional. First day he walked in a boxing gym, never boxed before. He begged them to put him in the ring, and they said, "No, this is your first day. We're not gonna let you." But he kept begging. They put him in there, and the rest is history, yeah. Never lost, amateur or professional. Okay. Define on, he says, Arturo Thunder Gaddy, thank you for the memories. Impossible to forget. That's right. Rest in peace, Arturo Thunder Gaddy. Ricardo Lopez versus Rosendo Alvarez. Okay? Yeah, that's Ricardo on the right, Rosendo on the left. Now, Ricardo was one of his era's greatest fighters, right? He dominated boxing's smallest weight division throughout the 1990s, I was just talking about. But Rosendo Alvarez is responsible for the lone blemish on his record, a split draw in March 1998, right? Alvarez was the only man to knock Lopez down. And going into that November 98 rematch, he held a considerable weight advantage after failing to make the 103-pound limit, right? And the larger man cut the defending kingpin to shreds throughout the fight, but Lopez outworked his adversary in the final rounds en route to a split decision win. Finito finished his career in 2001 at 51 wins, no losses, 1 draw. Also undefeated in the amateurs. Okay, never experienced defeat in his life. Okay, and they didn't go about in sparring somebody beat somebody in sparring. Back in them days, you working on stuff in sparring, and the guy you fighting was helping you work on stuff. You might even bring another top name in. You might be fighting a tall southpaw, so you go find another top name that's a tall southpaw to come and help you work on stuff. You're not in there trying to beat everybody so you can come out and brag about it, Yeah. So yeah, but nowadays, some of these guys, you think they won championship belts in sparring the way they talk, It's just crazy. But next is Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearn. The War. Remember that one? Now this is the second one, The War. 98, 89. And I think Hearns won this. He knocked Sugar Ray down twice, but they called it a draw, man. And he outboxed Sugar Ray 2 times, but the first fight he got caught in the 13th round. And the second fight, he outboxed him thoroughly, knocked him down twice, and they called it a draw. And I saw Sugar Ray tell Hearns to his face that Hearns beat him. It was on Mike Tyson Hot Boxing one time. Anybody see that? Sugar Ray Hearns, Mike, and Shane Mosley. And Sugar Ray sit right there and told Hearns that you beat me. But he didn't tell him that in the ring that night. Why didn't he tell him that in the ring? But he told him that night. Yes, he sure did. I heard it. And Hearns did beat him. And this was 8 years after their Thriller as welterweights, right? They were on the downsides of their careers. But their 1989 rematch, all the way at super middleweight, 168, 21 pounds higher than the first fight, it turned into a nice fight. One, most, including Leonard, believe Hearns won. I heard him tell Hearns he won. You hear that? Most people, including Leonard, believe Hearns won. The Hitman knocked down Sugar Ray twice, right? But the judges produced a split draw result to the dismay of many. This was probably the highest profile super middleweight fight ever, and it helped Hearns, who lost to Leonard and Marvelous Marvin Hagler in his prime, to some key legacy points in the era of the Four Kings. Yeah, Sugar Ray, no Hearns beat him. I don't know what those judges was doing, man. I don't know what they were doing. He knocked the man down 2 times, but what you got to do? The Sugar Ray was like Ali. He got a lot of gift decisions on his career, man. Against Hagler, Hagler beat him, and then Sugar Ray ducked him. I told y'all the story. After Sugar Ray beat Hagler, Sugar Ray retired, and Hagler waited 15 months. 14 or 15 months for Sugar Ray to come out of retirement. Sugar Ray was adamant about being retirement. So after 14 or 15 months, Hagler gave up. And after Hagler retired, Sugar Ray didn't even wait. 1 month later, he came out of retirement. That is the textbook definition of a quack. Okay? Now, the next one is Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Okay? Fury Wilder. Now, 3 Fury Wilder fights revealed a wide talent gap, right? Numbers 1 and first fight and third fight also showed Wilder's unparalleled eraser. Now, Fury opted to pack on pounds for the second fight, coming in at 277 pounds. And he stayed on that path for the third fight. And with Fury, they had a draw in the first fight, right? A disputed draw. And he bullied Wilder in the 2020 rematch. A third fight seemed unnecessary at the time, but Wilder showed how far his right hand can carry him in October 2021 fight. Fury turned parts of the fight into target practice, outlanding Wilder 2-1. But Wilder floored Fury twice in the 4th round. But Fury proved to be too much, right? And it was a great fight, man. I think it was like 5 knockdowns altogether, wasn't it? It made Fight of the Year. Yeah, 5 knockdowns. Fight of the Year. Yup, that was a good one. Fury Wilder. Great trilogy. You doing a rematches, trilogy, anything, you got to have these 2 on there. It's criminal if you don't. Gaddy and Ward. They got to be somewhere in the picture, right? Arturo Gaddy, Mickey Ward. How's it 3 o'clock already? I just got on here, man. Wow. I guess it is. That's what the thing say. I've been on here like 10 or 15 minutes. Arturo Gaddy, Mickey Ward. Now, Gaddy Ward 1 is the masterpiece of this trilogy. But the second and third fights were not too far off, right? You know, bringing 2 defensively deficient junior welterweights together. Later in 2002 in the rematch, and in 2003's final chapter, produced 2 Gaddy wins. Ward won the first one, remember? But after Gaddy won going away in the second fight, Ward's mid-rounds charge nearly turned the tide in the third. But Gaddy, despite breaking his hand, claimed a unanimous decision in 2003's Fight of the Year. Now, Ward retired after the fight while Gaddy kept on going. But they are remembered for those 3 fights. It remains inexcusable. This trilogy was merely credits fodder in The Fighter, that movie, yeah. And after I think it was one of the fights, Ward told Gaddy, or Gaddy told Ward, one of them told the other, I know how it is to fight my twin. Yeah, because there was no defense, just going at it, man. Fan friendly. fan friendly. Johnny Tapia, Paulie Ayala. That's Johnny on the left there, Paulie on the right. Okay. Now, these two were longtime rivals, right? And this rematch ended in similar fashion in the ring, but produced craziness after the scores were announced, right? Tapia was a two-division champion at the time, and he lost via unanimous decision to Ayala at a 124-pound catchweight in 2000. They met at 118 pounds in 1999, which was the fight of the year for that year. Now, and since after seeing the judges deem his effort insufficient again, Tapia shoved top-ranked executive Todd DeBoef, whatever, Bob, which is Bob Arum's stepson, right? And Arum was Ayala's promoter, okay? Tapia's brother-in-law then punched DeBoef in the face and got arrested. Yeah, all hell broke loose after that one. Yeah. He pushed Bob Arum's stepson, and then his brother punched him in the face. He ready to bank him in there, mad because he lost. Bobby Chacon, Cornelius Bowser Edwards. And that's Skywalker Bassio's uncle. I believe this is his mother's brother, Bobby Chacon, on the left there. Bobby Chacon, Cornelius Bowser Edwards in this one. Now, Terrell Gaddy, before Terrell Gaddy, Chacon participated in back-to-back fights of the year, the second coming against Bowser Edwards. 4 knockdowns occurring in Chacon's May 1983 fight with Bowser Edwards, a Ugandan who knocked out Chacon to retain the junior lightweight title in 1981, right? In this fight, he dropped Bowser Edwards 3 times, right? And Bowser knocked Chacon down 1 time. And Chacon sustained 2 bad cuts. But this fight still made it to the cards, right? And Chacon had been stripped of his 130-pound title prior to the fight. He won another slugfest. This one via unanimous decision. And they stripped Chacon because he wouldn't go to Puerto Rico and fight somebody. How you gonna strip the man? He the champion, and he won't go to somebody else's country and fight them. He got stripped for that. That's crazy. Boxing's been crazy. That was like 1980 something. That was crazy way back then. Ain't that crazy? This man, the champion, he refused to go to Puerto Rico and fight the Puerto Rican guys, so they stripped him. I forgot who it was. Was it Wilfredo Gomez? I can't remember. But yeah, he got stripped for that. That was crazy. Good and crazy. Yes, it was. Okay. Next is a classic. Canelo Alvarez, Gennady Golovkin. There they are. Canelo and Triple G. Man, them two guys hit each other with some stuff that would have dropped a horse, man. And they just looked at each other and kept on swinging. Wow, both of them got classic chins, man. Canelo and Triple G. Look at Canelo's chin, look like a part of a cinder block, man. You hit him in that chin with your bare hand, you breaking it. You are breaking it, right? Now, while Triple G kept his middleweight crown after a 2017 draw with his top rival, the judges that produced the draw brought widespread criticism. Then the September 2018 rematch offered a similar outcome, though Canelo accounted himself better in this fight. Now, Canelo started stronger in the rematch, standing toe-to-toe with the much older champion, but Triple G broke through with a feverish finish. And due to his elite jab, Triple G outlanded Canelo 234-202, but lost a narrow majority decision to the popular Mexican star. And most in boxing view this series as either 2-1 for Triple G or 1-1-1. Instead, Canelo, known to receive a friendly scorecard or two, finished it 2 wins, no losses, and 1 draw after a third fight that occurred far too late. Yeah, like just do call that third fight the pay-per-view sparring match. They shouldn't even have had that one. But yeah, Triple G should be 2-1, I would say. Yeah, Canelo won the third fight, but I think Triple G won the other 2. Won the first 2, yeah, clearly. But you know, Canelo has received a few gift decisions in his day. Manny Pacquiao versus Eric Morales. Manny Pacquiao, Eric Morales. Everybody hitting the appreciation button and subscribe, please, because I'm trying to get to 1,000. Help a poor old box historian out, man, and subscribe. So if I get 44 likes, Jay Hardcore will hit the bag 200 times tomorrow, and Remo gonna come down from New York and hit it 200. You get 400 on the bag in the hangout tomorrow morning. So yes, let's make that happen. 44 likes. Well, I should be like 30 at least. All that time, I only got one. I'm shutting the show down. Nah, ain't it crazy how guys say that? I'm not gonna say another word until I get another like. How do everybody ain't hit the damn like? That's so crazy when people say that. But Manny Pacquiao versus Eric Morales, okay? Now, Pacquiao's prime years losses came to a potentially performance-enhanced Juan Manuel Marquez, and by dubious decision against water-headed Tim Bradley, right? But that was before his unparalleled ascent. He lost clearly to Eric Morales in 2005, but the Filipino developed a better right-hand weapon by the time they had a rematch in 2006, right? And Manny came on late to stop Morales with a 2-knockdown 10th round. But Morales was close on the cards at stoppage time. In the trilogy, Pacquiao iced his junior lightweight rival in round 3 before embarking on his journey up the weight class ladder. Yeah. After that third fight with Morales, that's when Manny took off, man. Going through those weight classes. They got the nerve enough to say Juan Manuel Marquez was on PEDs. What about Manny? What about Manny? Sorry, Manny. Manny wasn't juicing. He just drank some sweet tea, that's all. Like Oscar Valdez did. Okay, next. Evander Holyfield, Riddick Bowe. I think this is the Fan Man fight, right? Remember that one? Now, Bowe rose to stardom by taking Holyfield's heavyweight title in a thrilling 1992 scrap. Yeah, that was a good one there. In the 1993 rematch is overshadowed by Fan Man inserting himself into the proceedings, right? He parachuted into the Caesars Palace and came right down in the ring and delayed the fight by 20 minutes in round 7. And I think Bowe got the worst of that because Bowe's wife fainted in the audience, and he was winning at that time. I think Bowe was on the way to beating Holyfield in that one. He stopped him in the third fight. Bowe would have had all 3 of them, I think. It wasn't for Fan Man, but Fan Man got his ass beat that night. Security tore him up. The Holyfield won by majority decision after the Fan Man incident, recapturing his crown. And by the time they met in 1995 in the rubber match, neither had the title, right? It was passed from Holyfield and Michael Moorer to George Foreman. But Bowe stopped Holyfield in round 8. That was the first time Holyfield had ever been stopped, right? And Bowe flamed out soon after that fight. And Holyfield became champion 2 more times after that, yeah? Chocolatito, Juan Francisco Estrada. Chocolatito and Juan Francisco Estrada. Now, Fury Wilder 3 in 2021 attracted more viewers and brought more drama. But skill-wise, in March 2021, Chocolatito and Estrada 2 lapped that heavyweight fight and deserved Fight of the Year honors. But they didn't get it, but they deserved it. Rematching 9 years after Gonzalez defeated Estrada to keep his light flyweight title, the two met at junior bantamweight, 115. The result was a non-stop war. I think it was like 2,500 punches thrown in that fight, right? Although no knockdowns occurred, Gonzalez thought to be finished after 2017 knockout loss to Siska Brett Sorungbasar showed why he was still one of the era's greatest fighters, right? And while it seemed Chocolatito did enough to outpoint the younger rival, he outlanded Estrada 391 to 314. They gave the decision to Estrada. right? And then he won the rubber match in 2022. But yeah, I thought Chocolatito won that second fight, yeah. But they gave it to Estrada. That's boxing. Okay? Matthew Saad Muhammad and Yaki Lopez. Saad Muhammad on the left against Yaki Lopez. We're winding down. We're going to get some link time, too. Now, this was in the middle of a 3-year light heavyweight reign for Matthew Franklin. I mean, Matthew Saad Muhammad. What am I talking about? He ran into a determined challenger in 1980 in his fourth bid to win a 125-pound title. Yaki Lopez pushed the champion to the brink with a strong first half, right? Wait a minute, let's move on to the next one, because that's all mixed up. Matthew Franklin and Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson on the left, Matthew Franklin on the right, okay? Matthew Franklin and Marvin Johnson. Now, yeah, although he had yet to change his name to Matthew Saad Muhammad, Matthew Franklin's penchant for action was there. Johnson lost the first fight against Franklin, a non-major title opportunity in 1977, but he entered the 1979 rematch with a 175-pound title belt. He showed it early by controlling the Indianapolis station fighter, but as he was prone to do, Franklin reemerged midway through and decked Johnson in the final seconds of round 7. And Johnson tried to respond, but Franklin got the better of a previous exchange and subdued Johnson via knockout to begin his title reign. Yep. Franklin stopped him. He later changed his name to Matthew Saad Muhammad, too. Okay. Okay. Drink break. Okay. Carlos Monzon. Let me get off of that picture. Wow. Carlos Monzon versus Rodrigo Valdez. Yes, they had a good little series going on. 2 great middleweights from the 70s. The marvelous Marvin Hagler and Bernard Hopkins chased the legacy of Monzon, regarded by many as the sport's #1 middleweight. Remember, Monzon beat Roy Jones yesterday, remember? Yes, he did. King Carlos outpointed him. King Carlos would make you fight every second of every round, man. Any young fighter want to know how to cut the ring off? Watch the film of Carlos Monzon, okay? And he was regarded in the 70s as the sports #1 middleweight. He was a Colombian contender, Rodrigo Valdez, twice pushed the Argentinian legend to the brink, but could not take the WBA and WBC belts from Monzon. And he held them throughout the 1970s, like I told you yesterday. From 1970 to 1987, either Carlos Monzon or Marvelous Marvin Hagler was undisputed middleweight champion for 14 out of those 17 years. One of those two had the undisputed title. Monzon from 70 to 77, Hagler from 80 to 87. Okay. Now, Rodrigo Valdez knocked Monzon down in the second round, right? And he got out to an early lead in this 1977 rematch. But Monzon rallied back and created significant swelling around Rodrigo's eyes. And Monzon won via unanimous decision. And he retired soon after that, after going unbeaten over his career's final 13 years. Lost all 3 of his fights, I believe, in his first year of competing. He had a 14-year career, didn't lose a fight for the last 13, and he avenged all 3 of his losses. Alexis Arguello, Alfredo Escalera. 2 great ones from the, I believe, lightweights from the 70s. Those 70s. They call the 70s the golden era of the heavyweights, but the 70s was just the golden era, man. Almost everybody that ever touched the championship belt in the 70s is in the Hall of Fame, International Boxing Hall of Fame, okay? All of them. Not just heavyweight. The 70s was just the golden era period, man. Two of them right there. Alexis Arguello, Alfredo Escalera. Okay? Two all-time greats. Now, midway through a Hall of Fame career as one of the sport's greatest small division fighters, Alexis Arguello had to navigate through Escalera twice. The first time was 1978. They called this the bloody battle of Bayamon, right? It resulted in Arguello taking Escalera's junior lightweight title. Now, Escalera was better prepared for the rematch in 1979, and the sequel surpassed the original. Escalera captivated the Italian crowd by surmounting 2 early round knockdowns and a severe cut to relentlessly attack Arguello. But Arguello finally dispatched the dialed-in challenger with a 13th round knockout. Yep, Arguello got him out of there in 13. Here's Skywalker's uncle again, Bobby Chacon again. This time, Bazooka Limon. Chacon on the left, Bazooka Limon on the right. Okay. Bazooka Limon on the right. This was the fourth battle between these two, right? The afternoon fight in Sacramento, California, right? Junior lightweights, right? This was the 1982 rubber match, right? This was their fourth fight. It was 1-1-1 in the series, right? Each had a win, and it was a draw. And Limon's 4th and 10th round knockdowns looked to have him in a position to win this pivotal matchup. But Chacon came through with an all-time clutch moment, flooring Limon with 13 seconds left in the fight. That was enough to flip the cards in his favor for a razor-thin unanimous decision. And this was Ring Magazine's Fight of the Year over Aaron Pryor and Alexis Arguello. Won. An incredible achievement, right? This fight beat out Aaron Pryor and Alexis Arguello, man. And that was a great one. So, this had to be nice. Yeah, Chacon pulled it out with a knockdown, 13 seconds left in the fight. Yeah. Muhammad Ali, Ken Norton. They fought 3 times, and Muhammad Ali never beat Ken Norton. They gave him 2 of the 3, but I don't think he ever beat Norton. No. Muhammad Ali, Ken Norton. Okay? Now, Joe Frazier handed Muhammad Ali his most famous loss, but Norton may have posed as the toughest matchup for Ali. He broke Ali's jaw in their first fight in 1973, which Norton won by split decision, right? And then he fought Ali close in their second non-title fight later that same year. And the third, Ali won that one. The third fight brought higher stakes. Ali had the title back by then, right? And it was at Yankee Stadium in September 1976. Ali Norton 3 provided similar intrigue. The unorthodox Norton pushed the declining champion to the brink, but Ali battled back to win a disputed unanimous decision. Very disputed, adding yet another big win to his staggering resume. Yeah, he did not win that one. It's clobbering time still in here. Here's Israel Vazquez and Rafael Marquez, the fight you were talking about. That's Vazquez on the left and wait a minute. Marquez on the right. Yeah. This is the fight he was talking about. I think he's gone. But let me see what the likes look like. Not bad. How come I'm still on 8? I should have got a subscriber today, man. Okay. Maybe he was already subscribed. I don't know. Now, a 4-part series peaked in episode 3. After Marquez defeated his top rival in their 2007 opener, Vazquez responded with a knockout win 5 months later. Then the 2008 rubber match, the trilogy for the WBC 122-pound title, featured both men being sent to the canvas. An action-packed 4th round saw Marquez, Juan Manuel's little brother, knock Vazquez down. But in the 12th round, Vazquez knocked Marquez into the ropes, which referee Pat Russell ruled a knockdown. that mattered, with Vasquez eking out a narrow split decision. Yeah, that knockdown against the ropes mattered, man. The second and third fights both won Fight of the Year. Yep. And Marquez evened the rivalry with a 2010 knockout. Yep. So it ended up 2-2. They had 4. His clobbering time must be gone. But that was the fight he was talking about. We just got a couple more. Then we're going to get some link time. About 30 minutes of link time, the usual. Jose Luis Ramirez versus Evan Rosario. It's T. Hill today. I ain't seen T. Hill. Yeah. Jose Luis Ramirez versus Evan Rosario. That's not the Jose Ramirez that's fighting Saturday. This is the one that Zab got robbed against in the first fight. Then Zab beat him in the second fight. I thought the fights were almost carbon copies of each other, but the judges saw both of them differently. Thought Zab won both. But 2 of Julio Cesar Chavez's 1980s victims fought twice in the middle part of the 80s. The 1984 rematch being a lightweight prelude to 1985 legendary Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns middleweight scrap. Rosario beat Ramirez for a 135-pound title in 1983 in Puerto Rico. Ramirez, a Mexican, joined Marv Albert in tracking to Puerto Rico in 84. Despite having a 60-plus fight experience disadvantage, Rosario bombarded Ramirez in the first 2 rounds, knocking him down twice and applying constant pressure. But the veteran Ramirez recovered in round 3 and unloaded a vicious right fight-ending combination to recapture his title in the 4th round. Yep, stopped him. And Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez. There's Manny laying down there, sleep. That was something. His wife was in the audience just bawling, man, crying like a baby. Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez. Yep, okay. Now meeting in 3 divisions, 3 different weight classes: featherweight, junior lightweight, and welterweight. Pacquiao and Marquez fought 4 times, right? Pacquiao won 2 of the rematches in 2008 and 2011 by disputed split and majority decisions. I don't think he ever beat Marquez. I think Marquez won 3 of them, and one of them was a draw, 3-0-1. But instead, Manny is 2-1-1. Just like Triple G and Canelo. They cheated Triple G. They treated Marquez. Now, sporting an interesting new physique for their 4th fight, Marquez struck the most memorable blow in the rivalry by knocking out Pacquiao in the 6th round. Both men recorded prior knockdowns in an epic 2012 firefight, but Marquez's perfectly placed punch allowed him to finally pick up a win against his defining opponent. Yeah, it was an overhand right. Manny, I think Manny went to Marquez's body, and Marquez came right over the top and lowered the boom on him, man. Yeah, lowered the boom on him. 2 more. Marco Antonio Barrera and Eric Morales. Who can forget the classic one these 2 had, man? That's how they stayed all their fights just like that, head to head, going at it. Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales. Now, if the Pacquiao-Marquez fights featured slightly superior skill, Barrera-Morales brought more consistent action. Contested from 2000 to 2004 at junior featherweight, and junior lightweight. Also 3 different divisions. The Barrera-Morales trilogy was one of boxing's best. Yeah, this is one of the best trilogies of all time. Here, these 2. That's how they stayed all 3 fights, just like that. Barrera won the final 2 fights, but benefited from a Morales knockdown not being counted in the 2002 rematch that ended in a unanimous decision and Morales' first loss of his career. In 2004, Barrera bettered his Mexican nemesis as well. It is difficult to discuss 21st century boxing for too long with bringing up these 2 in their fights. Yeah, can't do it, man. That might be, you talking about best trilogies, that's arguably. That's up there with Ali Frazier, which is next. on Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. This is the last one. You know this had to be number one. Then we're going to get some link time. Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier. Good. Okay. The greatest fight in boxing history came when both icons had diminished from this trilogy's first two fights. A 1971 Frazier masterpiece gave Ali his first loss, and a 1974 Ali non-title win, right? Regardless, the thriller in Manila defined the Nemesis' legacies. Proving he was far from washed up, Frazier rallied after a slow start and outlanded Ali after 9 rounds. But boxing's premier heavyweight fighter his signature salvos in the championship rounds, to the point Frazier trainer Eddie Futch wouldn't let his fighter come out for the 15th. Yeah, Frazier was blind in both eyes, still trying to come out and fight, man. But Ali said he wasn't coming out either. Now, Ali landed 264 punches to Frazier's 250, close fight, right? And both men were never quite the same afterward. Yeah, they was in the same hospital room side by side after that fight. But that October 1975 night will live on forever. The thriller in Manila, man, yeah. That was the greatest fight of all time. That was the first fight I ever watched beginning to end, and I was sold on boxing. And disappointed because I thought every fight was going to be like that. After I seen the next one, I was like, hold up, I thought they supposed to almost kill each other in here, man. Like Ali and Frazier did, you know. But I found every fight not going to be like that. But that's what I was expecting. Imagine coming in on the thriller of Manila being your first fight, man. Yeah, that was, whew. I don't know how they kept coming out there after like 10 rounds. It was crazy. But they did it. They kept coming out. When the bell would ring to end the round, they would be dragging, walking back to the stools in slow motion. But when that bell ring to come back, they was back out there. But after 14, yeah, neither was coming back out after 14. That was it. Because in 14, Ali threw everything but the kitchen sink at Frazier. Ali went for the knockout. But Frazier just wouldn't go down. I mean, he was teeing off on Frazier. And Ali punched himself out in 14. He had nothing left. And he told Angelo Dundee cut his gloves off, but Angelo Dundee wouldn't do it. And then Joe Frazier threw the towel in to save Ali. Oh, I got a subscriber. Yay. Probably was, what was his name? It's clobbering time. Thank you, it's clobbering time. Did you see your fight? Yeah, I'm putting the link in now. Well, that's something I read before. Okay, yeah. Let me get the link in here. Okay, and it's 3:30. Yeah, oh, that's beautiful. I tried to time it out to 3:30, and that was beautiful today. Came all the way to 3:30. Yeah, I haven't seen Thomas Hill today. He been anywhere? I haven't been in any other chats today. I've been busy this morning. Social Security is messing up my little welfare check, man. I'm on a fixed income. And I called them 8 o'clock. They called me back during the show. I knew it, man. I knew it. I said, watch them call between 2 and 4. But it's okay. I'm going to get it straightened out. Okay? Let me see. Let me get this link in here. But I hope everybody enjoyed the show today. That was a fire one yesterday, wasn't it, man? And I haven't had a panel like that in a long time. I didn't want to end, but just do what's coming, you know. We don't infringe on each other's time, you know. But that was fire, man. Yeah. But appreciate everybody for rocking with me, as usual. We boxing history, Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. And like I was telling you earlier, it's still early in the JBT day, though. We got, 3 more fire shows coming up. Just Do at 4. We got BVO and the crew at 8. And the Mighty Rise podcast at 9 to shut it down. And tomorrow, Let's Talk Fashion joins the lineup, man. He's got a fire show tomorrow. If he's still here, I'm gonna let him tell you about it. Because he said he wasn't gonna be here today, but he's here. Was here. And this link is for everybody, man. Anybody and everybody can hit this link. Open door policy. When I first started doing lives, I would drop the link as soon as I came on the air. The link would be in there the entire show. I remember Aunt McQueen, Coach Tommy T. Hill, old school. We would chop it up. Remo started coming up here. And everybody, man. And there it is. Don't forget our raffle too, 50-50. Whatever we take in, we split it right down the middle. We take half and the winner takes half. And guess what? It's December 21st, right before Christmas. I could use half of that money right before Christmas, but I can't get in it. It wouldn't be good for the treasurer to win the money, would it? Y'all would say I would have to leave town. Probably have to go off the air. Jarrell Hattie. What's up, Jarrell? Were you in here? I didn't know you was in here. Oh, yes, I did. What's happening? How you doing today, bro?
What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, not too much. Not a whole lot. Think about these people. You got a favorite rematch that you've seen since you've been watching boxing?
Favorite rematch?
Tanking who? I know it's gonna be tanking somebody.
Have
you had any rematches? No, I don't think so.
Have a rematch.
Yeah, I don't think he ever had it.
Pitbull? No. After Pitbull lost, then I don't need to see that rematch.
Nah.
I want to see Tank versus Bud, though.
Tank and Bud?
Yeah.
What weight? Catch weight?
145.
Yeah, okay. That's like what, 11 pounds for Tank? Wow. Would you think he would still have his power up there like that? Like he got, up that high? Up?
Yeah.
He seems comfortable at 135, Good and comfortable. Like that's the perfect weight for him. He could make 130, I think,
Yeah, I think if he beat Bud, though, that solidify him.
Yeah.
As a boxer, like, ain't no arguments about going to the Hall of Fame. Automatic.
Oh, yeah. Him and Lamar Roach is 135, right? Lamar coming up.
Yeah, Lamar Roach. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. Lamar is a good fighter, He can box.
Nah, I watched that fight they had when it was amateurs. At least one of their fights when they was amateurs.
Oh, they fought in the amateurs? I didn't know that. Oh, man. Okay. How was it? You say you watched it?
It was lit. I mean, Tank was doing. He was controlling the pace.
Yeah, they're both good boxers. Both can move well. I thought
Lamar Roach don't fight like that as a pro though. So
he did a pretty good job against Hector. Remember when he won the belt against Hector? He did real good.
Yeah,
but Hector was Hector was coming off that Tank knockout, and he wasn't letting his hand. He wasn't the same. He was hesitant, Remember, he was sitting over in the corner talking about, I can't see. Then instead, Tank don't hit hard. The man hit you so hard you couldn't see, but he don't hit hard. Come on, man. That's backwards.
Yeah, he probably caught something similar to like if you look at your phone for too long and your eyes start going blurry.
Yeah. Tank knocked something loose up there in his head. Yeah. The little guy hits hard. What's up, Ant? Ant said Roach was sharp. His last fight. Who was his last fight? Was it Hector? He fought somebody since Hector. I can't remember. I liked that Hector performance. I didn't see the last one. The last time I saw him was Hector. But salute Aunt McQueen in the building. Yeah. Hey, John, what you think about the Mike Tyson Jake Paul? Is it a real fight? Jay said it was a real fight. Who you got?
I mean, we'll see if it's a real fight when they get in there. It looked like Mike might try to kill him.
Think he still got that power at 58? It's 58, right? Something like that. I know he's in his upper 50s. I
50,
don't know.
58, 54, 58.
Yeah. He got Jake by 30 years.
I'm rooting for Mike.
Jake has gotten better though, man. I'm
Yeah,
rooting for Mike too, but I'm being realistic, man. I don't know.
I think
But I'm
it'd be
gonna watch
hard
it.
to even beat
I'm
Mike
gonna
or
watch it.
Jake, though.
It's Friday night, We got Friday night boxing again.
Yeah, Netflix.
Hey, I haven't talked. What you think about that Keyshawn fight Saturday? Did you see it? On Keyshawn's performance.
Yeah, that was a good performance.
Yeah, man. Lemos looked like heavyweight. Like Loma said about Devin. I said, Lemos is heavyweight. You see his back, man? God damn, look like the Incredible Hulk. Wow. That dude was huge. They said he was like 150 something by fight time. He was a junior middleweight. But it didn't matter to Keyshawn. I saw Lemos miss with that same punch in the first round, and I said he's gonna get him if he throw that, and he did it again. And Keyshawn caught him. He was wide open. He was throwing it kind of wild-like, And he turned his whole body around, and Keyshawn just fluke. That first punch did it too, man. He was done. Good fight. Keyshawn delivered.
Yeah, I was saying I want to see that Keyshawn fight a while ago. Keyshawn.
With who? Okay. Pirgal McQuarrie. Okay, yeah, I remember that. I didn't see that one, but I remember that one now, yeah. Okay. What'd you say about Keyshawn, John?
Nah, honestly though, I just want to see Tank versus Bud.
Man, you want to see that one so bad, Tank and Bud.
That's probably the biggest fight.
That's a big size differential, though, John. You think that can be made?
Yeah, that could be made for sure.
That's like 20 pounds. Bud is at 54 now. 19
Yeah,
pounds.
that doesn't sound like a distraction. It is what it is.
I know you keep saying you want to see that one. Bud and Tank. Oh. You said 140 something?
145.
Huh. I ain't got Bud coming back down there though. You see the Boots fight Saturday? And Karen? That's the name, Karen. His name not Karen, it's Karen. It's just spelt like that, Did you see it though?
Right now. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah. I knew it. I knew because I had seen Karen fight before. I was baffled by the way he fought that first fight. Because he can rumble.
He did.
He went down a couple of times. He was taking some pretty good. He was landing some pretty good shots on Boots too. That's the one Karen I thought I was gonna see the first fight, man. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good fight. Everybody gets down on Boots. But you gotta give Karen his credit, man. The man came to fight this time. Yes, he did. Everybody gotta give that man his credit. It was fan friendly because they was throwing some hands up in that ring. Yes, they was. Landing too. Karen kept landing that left hook, remember, on Boots. Rocking him with it. Boots got a beard on him. Yeah. I think Karen went down twice, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Bam stole the show. Bam Rodriguez. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good with you.
Yeah. They're talking about Bam and the Monster. I got the Monster. The Monster is different, man. But I don't know. So it's Bam, They both pound for pound fighters, so.
They at the same weight?
115 and 122. But Bam did say, I heard him like a week ago say he would go up there, He said he would go to 122. Now how long is the Monster going to be there, though? That's the question. I'm thinking it would be easier to make Bam and the Monster than the Monster and Tank. Oh, yeah. Melody Queen says, what it takes to earn a shot at Gervonta Tank Davis. We dive into Lamar's background, his inspiration from both boxing and fashion, and how his style reflects his identity. both inside and outside. Yeah. Yeah, he's on Let's Talk Fashion tomorrow. Let's Talk Fashion must be gone. I was gonna let him tell you, but Melanie Queen got it in there. Yes, this is tomorrow. Don't miss it. In this week's episode of Let's Talk Fashion, we're joined by pro boxer Lamont Roach Jr., who shares his incredible journey through the world of boxing, his passion for streetwear. Yeah. And says demonstrated the importance of fundamentals. Who was that, Ant? You talking about Roach? I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, tomorrow, Lamont Roach is on Let's Talk Fashion, 10 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah. It's his daughter's birthday, so he probably left out. He did make an appearance, though. She turned 6 years old. 6 is just when they think you're supposed to just get them everything. Everything they ask for, you got to go get it. You got any kids, Joe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Okay. I know they're young. Yeah, but we also got a Riyadh season this weekend, too. Third over Ramirez.
How you think Caleb playing and Roy Jones would be?
Caleb and Roy? Oh, yeah. Man. Roy by decision.
I think so.
Because I think Caleb, I don't know. Roy would be moving a lot and everything. I think Caleb would wear down. But Caleb could box. It would be competitive. Roy wouldn't just run away with it. Caleb would be in it. Yeah, he would be in it. Mm-hmm. Win some rounds.
He ain't hit his prime yet, surprisingly, because he done fought Canelo and Benavidez back to back.
I'm like, damn. How old is, how old he is, Caleb?
No.
I think he right around prime. I'm not, let me find out. Caleb. Yeah, he fought Canelo and Benavidez. Those are his only 2 losses, right? Canelo and Benavidez.
I don't know.
2 big names.
I think so, though.
You're going to find out how old he is in a minute. He hasn't fought in a minute. He beat, his last fight was Benavidez, right? I think.
No, I forgot your name.
He fought since then? Okay, I'm getting ready to find out.
He was manhandling him, though.
He knocked out that other guy, man, I can't think of his name. I mean, slapped him. Nobody wasn't expecting that. Caleb to sleep him like he did.
Oh, you talking about one of the twins?
Yeah, one of the brothers. No, not one of the Charlo. You think about the Charlo. He smacked him. That wasn't a fight in the audience. Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. No, I wasn't talking about them, though. I forgot.
Oh, okay. Was it Andre Durrell?
Yeah, that was one of them.
Yeah. They related to Clarissa Shields. I think they're her uncles, right?
I don't know.
Because she said something about the guys be going all out. The only ones take it easy is her uncles, the Durrell. Yeah, he got 2 losses. Benavidez and Caleb and Benavidez and Canelo. His only losses.
Who you got? And Katie Taylor.
Oh man, that is a good one. That's hard to call, man. I'm pulling for Amanda, but Katie is tough, man.
I got Katie. I'm pulling for Katie.
You got Katie? Yeah, man. I can't call that one. That is good. That first fight came all the way down to the wire, man. I just wish they had 3 minutes, though, man. I don't agree with that at all. Those 2 minutes for the women, man. It's too fast. You get that first minute, and then you look up. It's like 30 seconds left in the round. It creates a sense of urgency. They don't get to relax like the men do, and work their game plan. It's just not right, man. I don't agree with that at all. Amanda was fighting 12 rounds, 3 minutes. I don't know what happened. She said she wasn't fighting no more 10 minutes. 10 rounds, 2 minutes. But this one is 10 rounds, 2 minutes.
What's not right about it? I don't understand.
Give them 3 minutes and 12 rounds like the men.
Part that's not right about it.
But I'm saying, how come they don't get 12 rounds, 3 minutes? Amanda fought this lady 12 rounds, 3 minutes, and they both had the stamina and the skills. They look good too. Yep, they look
What's
real
the
good.
explanation behind that?
I don't know. I've been trying to find out for the longest time. Is it safety? I don't understand it at all. I do not understand the reasoning behind that. What do you think it is? That, the women can't get 12 rounds in 3 minutes? At least in the championship fights, give them that. You know what I mean? At least in the championship fights.
It always been like that, like since Layla and them been fighting.
Yeah. Amanda fought a couple of them. Now Jake had one card. Jake was getting them he had a prospect fight for 4 rounds, but it was 3 minutes. And Amanda fought 12 rounds, 3 minutes. And her and the other lady looked good. They had the skills, the stamina. They went 12 good rounds. Yeah.
For 3 minutes, you said?
Yeah. And she said she wasn't fighting no more championship fights for that distance, but this one is. Now, did you see the first fight between her and Amanda? Katie Taylor and Amanda?
Yeah, I seen it.
I thought a couple of them rounds, if Amanda would have had 3 minutes, she would have stopped Katie, man. I really do. The late middle rounds. But, she only had 2 minutes.
I think that Katie, I don't think she ever took a fight serious. Like,
You don't think so?
No,
that was a good fight, man. They battled all the way to the end. Yeah. I think it was a split decision, too. That was real good. I still haven't found out Katie Plant's age, man. Oh, here it is. Okay. He was born in 1992. What? Is that all? That makes him 32. I was thinking Caleb was a little bit more up in his 30s. But yeah, 32. It ain't bad. Still prime-ish, 32. Yeah.
I like 3 more years. That's the prime.
Yeah.
Right. He could be prime after that, but it is what it is.
He still got some good years left in him. Remo wanted always talk about Caleb and Jamal Charlo.
Charlo.
And Caleb would be a good one. I think so.
And when the last time he fought, though?
Thank you, Melanie Queen 27. Yeah. Who? Jamal? Oh, man, I don't even know. Damn. 2021 or something? I lost track of when last time Jamal fought, man. It's been a minute. He fought Benavidez's brother not too long ago. Was that last year? Remember?
Yeah, I remember that. That wasn't long ago.
But it's just been like one time in a few years, though. Yeah, Jamal.
How old is he?
Man, they like 34.
Oh, he older.
Charlo brothers, man. They up in their 30s. They've been around for a while. The brothers. 34, yep. 34, I hit it on the dot. Yeah, they 34. But they still got, but they haven't fought a whole lot, so their bodies ain't wore down enough. Like they don't have 30. He don't have a 34-year-old body because he done had that long break. You know what I mean?
Ain't worry about that. They've been fighting for their whole life, basically. I was just saying.
That's true too. That's true. Yeah.
I don't know.
Amateurs. They started early. He still haven't lost yet though. 33-0.
That took a loss. He ain't got.
Okay, Jarrell. Jamal has had one fight since 2021. One fight in 3 years. Going on 4. It's almost 2025. Yeah. Remember, he fought Martial in 2021. He didn't fight in 22. He fought Benavidez last year, and he hasn't fought this year yet. Yeah. So he probably won't fight this year because we do it. It would have been on the schedule by now, So he won't fight in 20. That's 2 years out of the last 3 years he haven't fought at all. That's not good, man. Damn. What's the brother doing? Yes, I appreciate it, Melanie Queen. Yeah, let's talk fashion tomorrow. We're gonna have Lamont Roach. He's into fashion and boxing. So that should be good. 10 a.m. right after the hangout. That should be good. Melody Queen got all the details there in the chat. Yeah. That's going to be real good. Go straight from the hangout to Let's Talk Fashion. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Lamont Roach, Tank Davis's next opponent. That should be good. You ever watch Let's Talk Fashion, Jerome? Pretty good episode. 10 a.m. in the morning. Every Wednesdays. Yeah.
I don't know. I think I tried to watch one.
I haven't ever seen you in the hangout in the mornings neither. You got some good shows, man.
What's that?
You like boxing. This JBT got the fire shows, man.
What's the hangout?
8 o'clock, just go and talk boxing, all kinds of stuff, man. Boxing, food. That's, Jay Hardcore, right? That's his show. 8 a.m. Monday through Friday. Yeah.
I forgot what I was about to say.
The Rise is part of the JBT also. The Rise podcast. Yeah, that's they with us. We got Just Do Boxing. We got Casual's Corner. Aunt McQueen breaks down fights and stuff, man. Yeah, you haven't seen a fight till you watch one after Casual's Corner breakdown, man. You see all kinds of stuff going on in that ring, man. Then we got the Angry White Men at 10. They're always angry. Fussing at somebody and stuff all the time. Oh, you've been on their panel. Remember? Angry White Men. I was in there that day you was up there. Remember? Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw you in that one. Yeah. Did you get around to JBT? Right. I saw you over at Ashley's Corner before. Saturday. She's pretty good. Got a pretty good show on Saturday. Very knowledgeable boxing fan. Ashley is. I like her show. Yeah.
When they got a hashtag too?
No. She's just
What's the hashtag AMC?
I don't know what that is. The ASM, FSC, or GEO. I don't know what that stands for.
I don't know what that is.
Jay had said it one day, but I forgot. I see quite a few people with it. Big Supreme got it. A few of them. I haven't seen Big Supreme in a while. Just Do coming up at 4. He always got fire boxing talk over there.
How you think the Tank versus Bud fight will go though?
Tank and Bud? Man, I think Tank might be a little bit too small, man. He gonna have to go through a lot, man.
How you
work
think
his way on Bud, man. Huh?
How you think?
Bud ain't gonna be like no Barrios. He trying to work in on Bud. It's gonna be some hot stuff. And when he coming out, he gonna take some hot stuff out with him too. But it's tight, man. So you can't count him out, man. But I don't know, Bud.
So you got Bud?
No, not necessarily. It's just an very interesting fight. Very interesting.
How you think that'll go? You gonna do the breakdowns?
Man. I think it's too much weight differential for one.
Sure.
You can fight that. Bud ain't coming down. He just went up.
So all right, you can put that in the breakdowns. How that'll make the fight?
Oh man. But you can't never count Tank out because he got that one hitter quitter. That fight changing power, at any moment.
Yeah.
So you can never count him out of a fight, man.
I mean, I want everybody to be safe, safe and secure.
How you think it would go? Tank and Bud.
I don't know. Man. No Bud gonna try to use the jab.
Yeah. He gonna have a very significant height and reach advantage on him. But hey, that's Tank though.
Tank got
to get in.
Tank jab would probably be more effective than Bud jab. Eventually, just start getting on some gangster and just want to just fight.
His way about that ring too,
Probably get clipped.
Like I said, you can't never count Tank out. He's got that kind of power, man.
But no, it probably don't fight.
Pound for pound.
stay safe and secure. You know, it's bigger than boxing. Already.
Yeah, I just think too much weight differential. And Bud just went up, so I ain't seeing him coming back. He would have to come back some because that ain't going to no 54. Like you said, it had to be like around 140 somewhere in there. If they would fight, meet in the middle. 144. You'd call it around 143, 144 if they would have it. That's where it would have to be at, around in that range. Yeah.
What you think Canelo going to get Bud to fight? I mean, that's.
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's a lose-lose for Canelo. They're gonna have to really pay him a lot of money, because if he wins, everybody gonna say you should have beat him. If he loses, oh my God, his legacy gonna take a hit, man. You let that guy come all the way up, but now Bud is at 154, so now it's not that far of a reach. He's only like one weight class in between them now. So now if Bud went to 160, do it the right way. But Canelo's getting older. I would give him an excellent chance.
I don't see Bud beating Canelo. I don't think he got that speed.
When he was going from 147 to 160, I'd give him a chance. But 154, 160, 168, I would give him a chance, man. I really would. But I would lean toward Canelo. He can't hurt Canelo. Bud can't hurt him.
You saying
he ain't knocking him out.
8 for Bud?
He's not knocking Canelo out. Forget that.
Oh no.
It ain't happening, man.
I
seen Triple G hit Canelo with some stuff, man, and Canelo just looked at him and swung back. I just knew he was going down. I was like, damn. So yeah.
That was a nice fight.
That man got a beard on him. It looks like a cinder block. Look at his chin, it's like square. You hit him barehanded, you breaking your hand. In the chin? You better not hit him in the chin. Yeah.
Oh, he don't fight Canelo. I'm saying, fight. Well, I said stay safe and secure, though. No, it ain't, you know what I'm saying? I want to see that fight.
It was Canelo's last fight. Was it Munguia? Or did he fight anybody since Munguia? I can't remember.
Yeah. Did he fight who?
Has he fought since the Munguia fight, Canelo? Remember, he beat Munguia by decision.
He just fought Berlanga.
Oh yeah, he set him up nice when he knocked him down. Munguia got over happy. He thought he had Canelo was having success when Canelo kept going up against the ropes. And Canelo came up with that right hand and dropped him. That was beautiful, man. That was beautiful.
What you see Bud doing to Canelo though? Like, how you going
losing. Canelo will outpoint him. Canelo will take his time, just like he did Maul. Like drop Bud once in the fight and outpoint him. He ain't gonna be in no hurry.
If he dropped Bud, they need to stop that fight.
He might, yeah. But he gonna take his time and outpoint him. Canelo start out with like 4 rounds in the books already. They gonna give him the first. He up 4-0 when the fight started. How the judges do Canelo. But he won't even need that against Bud. He won't even need that.
Bivol beat Canelo.
Yeah, I know. 115, 113. Now that fight wasn't that close.
Floyd
Canelo won one more round, they would have had it a draw, man. They tried. That fight was not no 115, 113. I don't think.
Floyd beat Canelo, though.
And one card was a draw. Now, damn well that wasn't Floyd Canelo was no way near a draw.
Yeah.
One judge gave him a draw. I thought Lara beat him.
Lara lost. He did good, though, but he lost.
Yeah, it was a good fight. Triple G beat him twice, I thought.
He lost.
They gave Canelo 2. But Canelo clearly won. They shouldn't even have had that last fight. That was
good too. But he lost.
The last fight was Canelo clearly won that. Triple G was just getting a bag. But they were good fights, them first two, yeah. Classics, man. Classics.
Yeah.
But what you got? Anything else, Jarrell? We got to get ready to get out of here. It's 4 p.m. Great
Peace.
show. I appreciate you.
Safe.
Appreciate you coming up, helping me close things down, man. You real had it. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow at 2. Who all was in the building today? We had Aunt McQueen, Bruce Gas Boxing, Jazz, and more. It's Clobbin time. Jarrell Hattie, Ken Saw Love 1, Al Booger, BN Boxing News, Mike Rim, Melanie Queen 27, Let's Talk Fashion, D Free, Crush the Legend, Mike Mazick, Define Arnie 1, Mike Mazick, Ray Patterson, and Miss Cass. And appreciate you, Real Hattie, for coming up on the panel, helping me out today. And appreciate everybody. Join me tomorrow because you know, if it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Box Historian bringing you all of that boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cass Sports. Everybody have a great day. I will see y'all around those JBT streets.